Welcome to USTC360 Snapshots. I'm Ginger Chang. Today, our feature takes us to the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy, or BOMLA, in Dallas, Texas. BOMLA was opened by the Dallas School District in August 2011 to give the community a boost. The Texas Education Agency reported in 2010 that 65.6% of the student population from the district had been classified as at risk. But the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy is turning the academic tides. The visionary behind it is Principal Nakia Douglas and his team of teachers, who are proud to see that their school of today is indeed shaping tomorrow's leaders.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
This is the first all-male public school in the city of Dallas.
Believe, achieve, succeed.
If I had a little boy, I would want him to be at this school.
Believe, achieve, succeed.
It doesn't matter whether they're low income or not. When they leave here, we hope that they're all scholars and all gentlemen. My name is Robert Edison, and I'm one of the social studies teachers here at Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. We looked at the strategies and techniques that were successful in educating boys, and so we built that into our curriculum and into our instruction as well. You tend to have fewer distractions when you don't have the young ladies present. Political for China, what would you put?
Communist.
But we also take advantage of the competitive nature of young men. Rooms are set up in houses where students compete based on the houses that they're in. And so we use that competitive nature, not only with sports programs that we have, but with academic programs as well, and even discipline. So where a student's conduct can impact his entire house.
Okay, develop young men into impactful leaders through the development, physical,
The fact they call each other brother. They're responsible to each other in the house system. It requires them to think beyond themselves. From the administrator to the front office staff, to your teacher assistant, to the teachers, to the counseling office, to the custodial staff, to the cafeteria. We all work together. We all know each other, and we're all on the same page. Is that we want to see these students successful, and everybody's recognized for their importance in making that happen.
I look cool in my sweater anyway. I look professional.
Yeah, we're
our brothers keepers. We like to keep each other clean.
I want to be an engineer.
I truly believe that this is the best school in the nation.
It's like freedom with a catch, pretty much. All you gotta do is keep your grades up, have your behavior in check.
I'm Brother Michael Bardwell, and my goal is to be an anesthesiologist when I grow up.
At other schools, you wouldn't be treated the same. You wouldn't be like, right here, you have more attention. You have, Mr. Douglas pays real good attention to you.
Thank y'all for being patient. How y'all doing today?
Yes, sir.
Good. My name is Nakia Douglas, the proud principal of the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy at B.F. Durrell. Benjamin Franklin Durrell was actually the first African-American principal in Dallas ISD. So it's exciting when you see the alignment of the first African-American principal, the first African-American president, and the first all-male leadership academy in North Texas. Believe, achieve, succeed. That is our motto. Anything you believe in, you will work toward, and eventually you will achieve it. But even in an achievement, for true success, you have to master it. And so believe, achieve, succeed means that we believe in the work that we're doing here. We're going to achieve great success, but also we're looking to be masters at our crafts.
My goal is to become a worker, an engineer for NASA, and create robots that go into space and rovers that go into other planets that we have not seen yet.
I chose this school because it has many choices. You can do gym, theater arts, choir, stuff like that.
Cause and effect of World War I and World War II. Do y'all remember? This will be a part of your assessment on Wednesday. My name is Angela Fulbright, and I'm a social studies teacher at the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. These young men, when they graduate, they can come back 10 years later, and they can say the creed along with the group that's here, or they can say, you know, the motto, or they can sing the school song, or they will know the habits of mind and the expectations because it's been so clearly established here.
We believe that who you are is more important than where you are. So it doesn't matter where a student comes from. You can be born poor, but with more effort, you can achieve at any height you want to achieve. It's just based on how much effort you want to put forth.
That is redefining education. And you also know that there's the studies that are done wherever there are strong schools, there's a strong community. And so not only are we looking at our young men that come in from all over the community, but what we're giving back to the community. And in giving back, how we redefining what this community's perception is from the outside.
The basic thing is that the community has embraced our school, and all the people in the community support our students. They have a sense of pride when they see the young men with the jackets and their ties on, and we feel like that our young men are impacting younger students in some of the elementary schools because they aspire to come and be here at Barack Obama. A development program that's going on around the school. So if you go outside, we have the rail system where it's easy access to the school. Across the street, we have a housing development that's going up and some retail stores. So this whole area is being built up, and we're part of the centerpiece to the development that's going on.
So we're part of this development, but more importantly, we understand that it's also our responsibility to create an environment, but more importantly, a platform for our young men, which also becomes a platform for our community.
I think that this school just provides another alternative opportunity for low-income students, because in the past, they didn't have a choice. But the wealthy have always had choices. They could always send their kids to single-gender schools, but for public school students, this is one of the few opportunities they have.
It was very well-rounded. I'm not sure what I want to be, but I know I want to do something, and I know I want to do it to the best of my ability.
Tamisi, you do it. These are the boys of BOMLA, running in, getting our education every day. You know, I'm Caleb. This is Tamisi, chess champion, and we're looking fly. Wee-hee! Yes.
We just saw the many holistic aspects that make the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy a non-traditional pioneer school. In fact, the Tzu Chi Dallas chapter was already working with Principal Douglas when BOMLA was just an idea. Yet with the unyielding support from Tzu Chi volunteers May and YL Ling, Principal Douglas and the Tzu Chi Dallas chapter were able to put together a curriculum that focuses on Master Deng Yan's teachings as the center of the educational program. On top of being the only school to offer Mandarin Chinese at the high school level, every month, Tzu Chi volunteer Catherine Chang holds character education classes for all the students. It is hoped that these lessons will teach the students the skills of what really matters in life and how to handle different situations in life.
When you find it, look it up and speak it out right away.
Nah.
对
Go.
对 学校
学校
对
学校
对学校
像
哪个学校？
你上那个学校？你好，我叫包怀，我14岁，我是美国人。
你好，我是英尔文。你好，我是皮奥泰，我14岁。
我是谢虎，我14岁。我上奥巴马高中。
你上几年级？
I believe to learn language, you also need to learn culture. You cannot separate a language and culture. Students learn better language when they are learning the culture at the same time.
China.
他不上一年级。
Yes, I love the culture. We get to learn about how to play different Chinese games, such as other Chinese children, such as using a Chinese yo-yo. And also we've learned how to play Chinese checkers.
Play Chinese checkers, and Chinese checkers helps us learn our numbers as well, because every time we place a checker down, we say the Chinese numbers. So we first start off with E, San, and then on until we get U in a row. And then we say, well, Ingla, which means we won the game.
没关系，没关系，没关系。
你好吗？
我很好。再见。What?
I told Liao Lao Shi the first reason why I wanted to learn was because of all the noises that Chinese people make.
Over the Christmas break, I went to Chinatown and spoke to many different people.
Wow, what's the experience?
It was really nice, actually.
What did you talk?
I just introduced myself, and they were like, wow, that's nice.
To me, Chinese class is a place of escape, and I really, I feel that if I need to get away from, any pain or troubles I'm having, I go to my Chinese class, and I feel like I have a second chance to do anything. I get to, start my life over, and like no one judges me because we're all new, and we're learning something that's, will soon be important to us.
When he comes to my class, he feels like he can find himself again, and he is secure, and he is in a totally different world. He does not need to worry about himself, worry about parents, worry about schoolwork, worry about not passing. So everybody, only 5, they work together very well. And I think we have a relationship, not only language, we have a relationship like the family.
The Mandarin classes are a great way for students to learn a new language and Chinese culture. Thus, BOMLA partnered with Tzu Chi to bring in the cultural and Eastern philosophical aspects. Twice a month, Tzu Chi volunteers hold gardenist lessons for the students, which is part of BOMLA's focus on character education.
The component that I work very closely with Tzu Chi is on the monthly guidance lessons. He and I work together on choosing the topics, and many of the topics relate to our district's focus, character education, which is terrific: trustworthiness, responsibility, caring, citizenship, fairness, and respect.
我们希望把慈济教育的理念带给孩子呢，借由见苦知福，让他们能够惜福知福，进而再造福。
We work together and we find through the aphorisms book related lessons. And so she comes in every month and does 2 days a month with our school students on that particular lesson.
Good morning, Mr. Douglas, and good morning, brothers. Today, our topic is our human minds.
一堂课，他就要求我们放我们慈济的故事。
第一堂课，他又交代说要介绍慈济4大志业，让小朋友了解说。 为什么我们要来认识慈济
This brother? Yes.
In teaching character education here at the campus through the 16 Habits of Mind, we teach the young men persistence, because the first thing the young men are going to run into here at our campus are the academic struggles. And then you see the emotional come up. When those come up, where will that young man stand? Where will that faculty and staff member stand? The beauty of our relationship with Tzu Chi, it ties into all that. Master Chen Ying's lessons are about character, are about true humanitarianism.
Tell me what you want to buy. Empty fair, music, to volunteer.
But I also like the lesson today on how you shouldn't immerse yourself, or you shouldn't always want to be greedy.
Making you sore.
I think I'm tired because I had to carry a lot of weight.
What consequence do the desire bring to you?
I guess be caught in greed, because sometimes the things you may want so badly could inevitably be your downfall.
Sometimes desires means burden.
I'm really beginning to like what UT is doing, because I see that they are doing what I feel like, taking care of the whole person, and not just one part of the person, but the whole person.
近思语带入这个校园啊，是我们最终的目标啊，就是生活教育上最直接的一个方式。
教育的路是很长啊，不能急，小孩子会长大，不能等。
The lessons, they tie in straight with our teachings that Mr. Douglas and our teachers gave us, with our habits of mind. I believe there should be other habits of mind, but they just teach us how to have faith in what we do, no matter what religion we praise. We should always be faithful and committed to what we do, and we should always give service to others.
I heard the master was very heartfelt, and so I just want to meet, I can't remember her name, but I'd like to meet the master. I know many who work for Tzu Chi haven't even gotten to meet her, so I know it's kind of rare for that to happen, and I'd like to be able to experience that.
The Tzu Chi Dallas chapter and Principal Douglas presented some of the students with a great opportunity last year. They were given the chance to discover more about Eastern culture, Tzu Chi's philosophy, and Master Zheng Yin's teaching by going on a summer trip to Taiwan. The students ended up not only coming back with the will to learn more Mandarin, but they were transformed. As Principal Douglas best puts it, that's an experience that changed them in a really good way. It made them stand up among the other students and affirm themselves as leaders, not only in their classes or the school, but in their families and their communities as well. Let's go meet Brother Mario and Brother Earl.
First, I was surprised because I didn't think I was that good at Mandarin yet.
I was ecstatic, like, wow.
你好，我叫皮尔斯。
He's a baby. He's 11 years old.
我是7年级。
I've always wanted to go to Asia, and I haven't been to Asia. He get to go. That's cool.
我上奥巴马中学。
This is just such a wonderful opportunity.
谢谢。
Earl Jr., come here. What African American 11-year-old kid gets to go to Asia for an educational trip to? And so we were all living through him, and my mom and grandmother, and all of them gave him some money, and he ended up not needing it because Tzu Chi took so much good care of him.
The rearing of our children is very important to us. We have looked at their special gifts and their special talents and have made sacrifices for them to be able to go to the schools that would help them the most. For our son, his thing is leadership, and so that's why we have him at Barack Obama.
With some of my other schools, the work was pretty easy, and I would be finished in 5 minutes. At Barack Obama, when you're done with your work, they might give you something else to do.
Just the culture of the school. I mean, not just the learning environment. The learning environment is great. They know that they are expected to excel,
right.
And so they do. They know that this is for them, excellence is the norm.
Right.
Where before it was like he was the abnormality. He was the one person that was outside. But here it's like, this is how it is.
Oh, so you actually have...
Hey, what's up, bro? Yeah. You said you want to play Black Ops 2? My parents are home. Well, yeah, they won't be back for a couple of hours, but they said I couldn't have anyone over. You said Amanda's coming?
And I really liked his improvisation because he stayed on topic. He talked about the way he felt in a situation like that.
If you work on that articulation and that enunciation a little bit more, your characterization is wonderful.
I encouraged him every day while he was there to do a blog. And he was very impressed because he got a shirt that was made 100% of the recyclable materials.
When I thought how Tzu Chi makes the clothes and blankets for people by using recycling, it made me want to recycle more.
那4个学生真的在学校里面发生了很大的作用，像是这一个环保，他们其实在这一个3重环保站真的做过，他们回来以后就开始自动自发的提起说他们要来做环保。
What are we trying to? Yeah, we're trying to help the economy. Why should we invest? Jobs opportunities increase. We need construction. Eliminating congestion will add 4,052,000 jobs.
No, I'm talking irrelevant.
So you're not really specific about it. In terms, can I speak? Can I speak? I have my last word because I can speak, sir. Hey, he brought us. So how are y'all creating jobs for the economy? Can I finish my sentence? By not solving the problem, it minimizes $4 billion and 52,000 jobs. My name is Mark Grimaldo, and I am a sophomore at Barack Obama Leadership Academy, working with Tzu Chi. I loved it, actually, over there. It was out of the ordinary, and there was a lot of, the culture was different, the food was different, and the people around there were different. And one thing that really caught my attention was like the helping of recycling, and how everybody there was there to help other people. People from other nations were there, and they were working together. They're really respectful to my culture, and that's how they received me. Everywhere I went, there was nothing but smiles and like, hey, how are you doing? You know, the Tzu Chi Foundation, and I just felt welcome everywhere I went. Well, basically, it made me more mature, like in terms of the person that I am. It made me take more responsibility, and it made me like just take care of myself in a better way. No matter where I go, I always have to be a good character.
The mind started churning, and then the first question they would ask me during our time of travel, what can we do back at the campus? How's this going to impact us as a school, Mr. Douglas?
He was basically our father figure while we went over there. He told us to have manners and to respect other people, and he basically set the example of what a man should do out of this country. My name is Brother Mark Grimaldo, and if I was a major leader, I would like to establish more charities to fund orphans and for kids in need all around the world. Thank you.
The trip served the exact same purpose that it needed to. Master Chen Ying and the organization Tzu Chi having the insight and the foresight to invite us there to visit your schools and learn your culture, but more importantly, learn the true essence of the organization.
我就跟他讲说，你回去台湾有去参观的那个环保厂啊，他就说，你看着，我也会这样做。他说这个就是我，我对那个上人一个尊敬的一个方式。
She was really humble in her sayings, and knowing that she means a lot to people, she acted like she was just a normal person, and that's something that you really need to look up to. You need to stay humble.
She told us all to make her one promise, and my promise was to get more people in the U.S. to volunteer at hospitals, trying to set up a volunteer program for the students at my school to volunteer at the hospital.
It was a beautiful experience. That there was a lot of movement of helping other people, and that's what needs to be carried on over here, the recycling movement, the people in the hospital, and that's something that needs to be carried on here in America.
The Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy also developed a partnership with Tzu Chi High School in Hualien, which will allow student exchanges in the future. The Dallas Tzu Chi Chapter will continue to provide school supplies to BOMLA as well as organize new events together. Such activities will include recycling challenges that will have the participation of the students, parents, and teachers. The goal is to educate the youth with new ways, which will inspire them to adapt to their lifestyle of today's environmental challenges. We will bring you more updates on BOMLA and tell you more about Principal Douglas's personal story. So stay with us. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation, and I'll see you next week.